Eric Thompson here with Subtle Energy Sciences, and we're going to take a look at how to get started really quickly with any of the Subtle Energy Sciences programs. Here we're going to use the brand new version of Digital Nootropic, but you can use any of the programs you want. And you'll notice what we have here is we have several components to the program. We've got the mild mandala, we got the regular mandala, we have the audios, and we have the silent energy video, and then we've got what we call the brand new element we call the 1 minute silent energy track. It's the ultra strength. In this particular program, it's the strongest version of digital nootropic, and we'll be using this extensively. And the strategy we're going to take here is, if you're new to this technology, you might be wondering, well, none of this makes sense to me. How could you possibly broadcast the energetic properties of nootropic substances through your computer? That doesn't make sense to me. And I understand that it doesn't make sense to a lot of conventional science, but trust me, it's very real. It does work. I've been working in this technology actively for about 7 or 8 years, and I've been aware of its potential for around 11 years. So what we're going to do, the approach we're going to take here is we're going to use several different components of the program to dial the energy up as strong as we can get it. And once we get it to a nice level, after a while, then we're going to leave it there. And then if it becomes too strong, we're going to dial the energy back. And that's why we're using multiple components, because we'll be able to delete or cancel out or shut off one or more of those additional components, so that we get the amplitude of the energy just right for you, right? Because every person's different. And that's one of the things that makes this technology unique, is it's not one size fits all. It really allows you to dial the energy as low or as strong as you need it for whatever situation you're in. You can even get it strong enough to broadcast to an entire group of people. So what we're going to do is, you want to be in the folder where you have Digital Nootropic. If you don't have Digital Nootropic, you can use another program. And what we're going to do is, we're going to start with the strongest. We're going to start with the part of the component that has the strongest energetic amplitude. And for Digital Nootropic, the brand new version, this is going to be the Ultra Strength 1 minute silent energy track. And you'll notice it comes in 3 formats. It comes in the WAVE, the AIFF, and the 320 kbps MP3. I'm going to use the WAVE file, because the WAVE and the AIFF versions don't feature any type of compression. So the energetic amplitude of the energy that's encoded into these files is nice and strong. The MP3 is not going to be quite as strong as the AIFF or the WAVE, because it has MP3 compression, and it dials the energy down just a bit. So we're going to start off with this. I want you to highlight the WAVE version of the Digital Nootropic Ultra Strength 1 minute silent energy track. I want you to right click it, go down to Open With, and in the submenu, choose QuickTime Player. QuickTime Player is free. You can Google it and download that very easily. I love to use this program because it's going to allow us to do some interesting things that you'll find out here in a little bit. I'm going to go to View, then Loop, and click Play. So right now, this is silent. There's no sound. No sound is required. The energetic encoding is encoded into this file such that the energy broadcast occupies the digital envelope independently of the audio. We can add audio. In fact, you'll see up here that the Digital Nootropic longer tracks do have sound. It has a soothing wind soundtrack that's designed to be played in the background, so that it's not supposed to be overpowering, so that you can play your favorite music over it if you like, or you can turn the volume all the way down. Sound is not absolutely needed, as you'll soon prove to yourself. So we got this going on repeat. It's going to loop. What we're going to do is, we want to dial the energy up a bit. We're going to go to the WAVE version of the 20-minute track, audio track. Right click, go down to QuickTime, and it's going to open another version, another instance of QuickTime. You'll see that down here, this other version is still playing on repeat. So we have a new instance here, and we're going to click View, go to Loop. I'm going to turn the volume down here, and we're going to work without sound right now. I'm going to push play. So now we've got the 20-minute audio and the Ultra Strength 1-minute silent audio going simultaneously. We're going to add the silent energy video, which is also very strong. We're going to right-click that, open with, and we're going to click QuickTime Player again, go to Loop, and the video is silent already, doesn't use sound. We're going to push play, and it doesn't have any moving pictures. It's not necessary to watch the video. It's just going to play in the background. And as you'll see, all of these are playing at the same time. They're all on repeat. It's not necessary to watch them, right? And if I want to, I can go watch my favorite movies on Amazon Prime. I can go into Google Play and listen to my favorite music. And everything that I watch or listen to will carry the energy field of the digital nootropic being broadcast by the two audios, the two silent audios, and the video. Now we're going to add some more energy to this because I want you to crank it up and really get this going so that in the first hour you can prove to yourself that this is real, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to open up some of the mandalas. I'm going to show you how to amplify the energy using the mandalas. So we're going to highlight the small mandala. I'm going to right-click that, go down to Open With. Then down in the submenu, I'm going to click Windows Photo Viewer, and now it's open. As you can see, it is open and active on the computer's processor, and you don't actually have to look at it. If I want to, again, I can go into Amazon and go into Facebook. I can surf my heart to my heart's content. I can watch my favorite movies, listen to my favorite music. And as long as the picture is open, you can see it's open. It's minimized, but it's open. As long as it's open and it's active on the computer's processor, it's going to emit its energy. And we're going to open some more of these. Okay, so I'm going to show you a second way to open this. What we're going to do is we're going to right click. We're going to go down to Open With. This time we're going to click Choose Another App. We already got Windows Photo Viewer selected. We're going to click Always Use this app to open JPEG files. We're going to click OK. It opens another copy. But now when I come back in here, all I got to do is double click and it'll open another copy. And I'm going to open, say, 5 or 10 copies. I'm going to show you how quick this is. I'm going to open a lot. Now I want you to open a lot too. I really want you to crank this up, okay? It's the equivalent of jumping into a Maserati and going 200 miles an hour to find out what it can really handle. I want you to prove to yourself that it really, really works, okay? Now, okay, so as you'll see, we've got about, looks like we got about a dozen copies of the mandala open. And all of these are working together synergistically. The more mandalas I open, the more the energy is amplified. And again, it's not necessary to look at those pictures. They're encoded with the energetic signatures of powerful nootropic substances. And all I have to do is have them open on my computer. I can work in any window. I can listen to my favorite music. I can get on Facebook. I can work in Word processor. I can work in any window. I can work in Photoshop, and after a while, I'm going to start feeling buzzed because the energy is going to start getting saturated in my biofield. So what I want you to do now is see how you feel. Is the energy strong enough for you? Are you starting to feel an effect? Now you'll notice it is very subtle, and there's a reason for that. One of the reasons for that is because if you've ever taken very high quality nootropics, you'll know they're subtle even when you take the physical nootropic substances themselves. I've taken some of the most powerful expensive, high-quality nootropic substances out there, and I can tell you they're very subtle. But you do notice them throughout as you go throughout your day. You'll start to notice that colors become more vivid. It's easier to stay engrossed in a project for long out periods of time without feeling exhausted because your brain has more energy coming to it. You want to make sure you stay nice and well hydrated as well when you use this program, just like you would if you were taking high quality nootropics. You need to stay nice and hydrated, drink plenty of water. And let's dial it up a little bit more. I'm going to show you how to do that using the various components. We're going to use the Ultimate Strength Silent Energy Track, the 1 minute silent energy track. And the reason we make it 1 minute is because it is silent. And also, you can open more of these without using as much RAM on your computer because it's a smaller file. You'll see it's only about 10 megabytes. So what we're going to do is we're going to highlight it. We're going to right click, copy, and we're going to paste it. We'll paste it in back up here. We're going to paste it back in as many times as we want to amplify it. So let's say we're going to amplify it 6 or 7 times. So I'm going to paste it 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more times. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through each one of these. I'm going to highlight it, right click, go down to QuickTime, and it's going to open up a separate instance of QuickTime. I don't need to turn the volume down. It's just a habit. Go to View, then Loop, push play, and you'll see that we have 3 instances of the audios playing. And we're going to do that for each one of these. I'm going to highlight it, right click, go down to QuickTime, View, Loop, Play. And I'll do that here. And there. Okay, and there we go. And if you look down here, you'll see that they're all running at the same time. And you can do this with the video too if you want. You can highlight that. We'll go up here and copy it, paste it back into the folder. We'll open up a couple of extra copies of that. We'll use QuickTime Player, View, and do this one here. And there you go. Now, if you'll look down here, you'll see that all these videos and audios are active simultaneously. And now we've got this thing pumping. Now, let this run for as long as it feels comfortable. Go ahead and start working on your projects. Let it run for about 20 or 30 minutes. If it starts to feel really, really strong, and I can tell you it's already feeling strong for me. I'm very sensitive to this energy, and I don't need to amplify it as much as the average person does. So what I'm going to do is now I'm going to start cutting back on this amplitude. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to delete the most powerful file formats first. And as I said before, the most powerful one is the Ultra Strength 1 minute silent energy video. After that is the silent video, and then after that are the audios, then the mandalas, and then the mild mandalas are the weakest. So what we're going to do is I'm going to start clicking out the Ultra Strength audios. I'm going to start Xing those out, deleting those, cutting the energy back. because I don't need it to be that strong for me. And in fact, I'm going to cut the videos out too, because again, this is meant to be played for several hours at a time. When you're studying, when you're reading, when you're working on mentally challenging projects where it requires your concentration. If you're a designer, if you're a programmer, if you're a writer, then you're going to be using this for several hours at a time. So I got to cut back to one audio. It's the Ultra Strength 1 minute silent audio. And I'm going to dial back most of the mandalas. Dial these back, and one mandala and one silent audio is plenty for me. And what I want you to do now is I just want you to sit back, focus on your project, and enjoy. See how you feel in 1 hour. If you need to turn it down some more, you can always turn this off, and then you can go and use the mild mandalas instead, because it'll allow you to sustain, maintain the effect, but at a lower amplitude after your biofield has been saturated with the energy, right? You don't need as much of it over long periods of time. So maybe you can cut back to just one regular mandala and one mild mandala, right? And just leave that going. And you're going to find it's going to allow you to work for longer and longer periods of time on all of your mentally involved projects. And again, you can surf on the internet. You can listen to your favorite music. Volume is not absolutely necessary when you're using the audios or the video, but you can use the volume if you wish, and play with it, guys. The idea is you want to keep working with these different components and working with the amplification till you dial it into what's perfect for you. And you'll find that this works every single time. And unlike other programs out there, you're not going to get used to the technology, because you can always amplify it and make it stronger and stronger and stronger for you, so that you'll never outgrow this technology, and you only have to buy it once. The nootropics that are in here are very, very expensive, and if you had to buy them every month, you'd be spending a couple $100 a month probably. But with this digital nootropic, all you got to do is buy them one time, and you can get them as strong as you like. Use them over and over and over and over. I know you're going to love it. Make sure you stay well hydrated, and let me know how it goes for you. Take care.